Hey, my peoples, good morning. Welcome to On the Mic with the M.
Auntie.
Today, we're going to have a discussion about something we just saw about this lady named Coach Stormy. She was talking about low vibrations, whatever that is. But I'm a little warm about it, so I'm going to let T talk about what she thought about that. It's all a little hot.
I'm gonna just intro this topic, right?
Yes.
I'm not very familiar with Coach Stormy. But technically, the low vibration was the way a woman basically presented herself at an event. From what I got, she was kind of reacting to a friend of hers. I'm assuming it's a friend. 'Cause she was at an event of hers. Her friend's plate. And the way it was made. In my opinion, and this is just me, and I'm a picky eater, right? And I like my stuff a certain type of way. Most of the people around me, I don't care how many plates you want to eat. Yeah, please don't eat a plate that's like crazy looking next to me. Keeping it 100. I'm not going to be like, it's not queenish. Your food is spilling into the other food, but it does look bizarre.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
However, like the woman said, I'm at your event, and they served this to me with all the stuff spilling. Like they don't know how to serve. So it was a crazy situation on the video. But she really went in to like drag her friend as if her friend did this. Like, how do you try to uplift someone at the same time you're dragging them? That's the part that messed me up. I'm like, she's uplifting her to get to her queen level. She's like, girl, that's not how queens do it. That's how HoodRats do it. So you just dragged her all the way down to being a HoodRat at your event?
Your event.
Your catered event?
Yours.
Where people are serving, I'm assuming on this cookout style buffet, which is even more weird, right? You tried it. That's the first damn problem. You tried it.
Yes.
Try to be bougie at a cookout. Where they do that at? People didn't even know how to scoop the potato salad onto the plate properly. Nah, that is the issue.
That's what I'm saying. First of all, you took food from your event.
Yep.
And complaining about, this is hood radish and blah, 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 blah. And the queen eat like this, blah, blah, blah. First of all, queen.
Yep.
Why do you have better food? If you're a queen, there's certain things I wouldn't have hot dogs and hamburgers.
It looked like an outdoor event. It looked like she just wanted a cookout. See, she had a little grilled chicken, little hot dog, hamburger. But have you ever been at an event where you hired because I'm assuming you hired part of the catering service?
I would think so.
Where they're serving your hot dogs and hamburgers. Normally, that's somebody, aunties and cousins on the line serving at a family event or something.
Exactly. So, and again, normally if I go places like that, they're not going to fix me anything.
No.
I go fix my own plate.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, you got all this, and they gave it to you. So
they did. All sloppy, burgers upside down. Your staff did this.
Your staff that you hired.
Yes.
Queen.
Queen.
You did that.
Yeah.
So now you're going to chastise her.
And instead of going off with their heads, you try to come for that woman.
Her? Now, mind you, she's sitting there, with the bikini on and legs are open. And so your legs weren't crossed, queen, as you were talking about all this hood rat stuff. And then the thing that really blew my mind, I'm a queen, but I can be hood rat sometimes.
I was like, why?
What?
Oh, why?
First of all, queens don't pick and choose, like, for these 20, 40, 30, 40, 50 minutes, I'm going to be a queen. But the next hour and a half, I'm going to be a hood rat. No, you progress from being a hood rat to being a queen. You don't go back and forth between the two.
She said she can't choose. That's why she had someone serving burgers and hot dogs at her cookout. That's it. Come on.
I don't understand.
The queen in her said, I'm going to hire someone.
Yes.
To actually do this. You didn't have an uncle that said, I'm going to do the grill for you, baby girl. Like, where's your man at?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know these people, but normally there's a man on the grill and there's an aunt manning the food table, right?
There you go.
Like,
there you go.
Where those people were at, I don't know what type of event it was, but you should find them because they were very reliable.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because that was terrible. That was terrible.
No, you wouldn't have complained about the plates because Auntie would have said, "Oh no, baby, just come back and get another plate."
First of all, if you're treating your damn plate like you're going to the goddamn buffet, you know, the old country buffet used to be open.
Yeah.
You go out there because, like, I better
You
put everything
to.
on this one damn plate because I can't come back, but I don't feel like walking back. So you're gonna have the top. You have
Try
the
to make
plate,
your one trip. It was
yep. Put the meat on the side. Put the chicken over here. Put a little salad over here. And crown it with a piece of corn.
Wow.
And then hopefully you can make it to the table before they don't crash on the floor.
Wow.
That is so goddamn bad.
Tacky.
Very tacky.
Mm-hmm.
But these people use the word queens and kings so loosely. It just tells you how watered down that word is.
How it's watered down it's become. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because again, anybody...
Because the hood rat is the queen.
A hood rat cannot be a queen.
Yeah, if you've graduated from one place and gotten to the next space,
yes,
just be that.
Be that. I shouldn't have to jump back and forth to, you know, you caught me on my day. Well, I'm going to be a hood rat today.
Yeah, no, you can't bebop like that. That's too much.
No.
Bobbing back and forth between who you used to be and who you are now. Don't do that. Stay one way.
Yes.
Be okay with that.
And the saddest thing is a lot of people feel comfortable jumping back and forth between those two worlds. Yeah,
that's when it gets messy. Because that's when you have, you know, your homegirl showing up with this whack-ass plate at your event. And you talking about, girl, that's not queen like. It's your hood rat event, queen.
Exactly.
It's yours. Yeah,
yes.
People serve me instead of letting me serve myself. Okay.
And on top of it, the other thing they don't realize is now we got the food, but now you can imagine the clothes. I can imagine nobody had any cover-ups or anything like that in this video thing. I didn't really see everybody, but Queen covers a whole lot of things. It's just not, you know, what I eat and how I speak. It's also how you dress. Mm-hmm. So if you walk around with your ass hanging out, mm-hmm. you know, and you talk, I'm a queen, your titties hanging out, and I'm a queen.
Maybe she was queen of the hood rats. I mean, come on. She her own type of queen. I don't know. Because it was, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Hanging, yeah.
But then again, I bet she calls herself an influencer. I influence people. You know, you look at me, you can learn how to live your life. And you know how to be better. How the fuck I'm going to be better in looking at you? A little girl, let's say a poor little girl out there that don't have any role models at all.
Influencer.
For what, the hood rats? the hood rat queens? Come on now.
It makes sense.
God damn.
But what are you teaching them? That's the weird part.
What are you teaching them? And again, what's your definition of queen? Mm-hmm. And what's your definition of...
Go back to that.
What's your definition? And again, they got all confused. Because again, you can't pick and choose. Mm-mm. You know, it's like, I want to be a boy today, but then I want to be a man tomorrow, then I want to go back being a boy. No.
That's like you don't want to wear your label. Yeah. You want to be able to bop between all the labels. There's too many.
No, men are men are men. Mm-hmm. Now, again, the degrees of manhood, like it's degrees of womanhood.
Or it's degree like you want to be a hood rat, okay? Mm-hmm. Once you graduate and say that you've graduated and you've walked into your queenship, right? Mm-hmm. There are certain things that you must leave behind that now define you as something that's evolved, that's better than what you were before.
But let me cut you off. A lot of people want to keep it real. Because I hear that shit all the time. Yeah, I may make a lot of money. I may be worth billions. Fuck, I'm still hood. Mm-hmm. I still keep it real. I still roll around in there. I got my walking papers through the hood. First of all, if I'm a billionaire, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be like my boy on the Friday movie said, when I got my money, I was gone. I ain't no goddamn hood. I'm not going back to the hood unless I'm gonna go back to the hood to help the kids. But I'm not going to go around and talk about I got street cred because, you know, even though I'm making millions and billions of dollars, I still got street cred. That don't mean shit.
It's like if you're a working, moving person, it's certain things that you just don't have time for. Yes. Right? And those things naturally would get eliminated out of the time that you would spend there. Now, granted, if you had a family member back in this quote-unquote hood of yours, perhaps you still go by and say hello. But no, generally speaking, when you evolve to your next stage in life, you know, time doesn't permit for you to play back around with the things that you've work so hard to get away from.
So hard. The late nights, the early mornings, the
being uncomfortable. Stopping to do the thing that was comfortable for you at some point, right? And going without that to the point where you no longer need that. That's uncomfortable.
Yes.
And so the very idea that you've progressed beyond that and then you just going to relapse back just because I need to say out loud, I'm a hood rat. No, you choose one. Can't be a queen and a hood rat. All at the same damn time.
No, you can't. So again, if you said something to me as a hood rat and then I come back and I thought about it, I said, you know what? I don't like what she said. But then today you're a queen, I punch you in the face. You're like, no, why you hit me? Because that hood rat part of you came out. Well, I'm a queen today. Well, I don't know. Because when you talk to me, your same look, same voice, I had to punch you because I thought about it and I said I should just hit you because of that. So then you're mad. I can't believe you put the hands on me. Act accordingly. If you're going to be one thing, stay that thing. If you want to jump back and forth, that means you haven't progressed.
Yes.
That means you haven't.
You're still working. You're still working. You're still doing the work. You're still evolving. The evolution's not finished.
The evolution is not finished. And I'm just tired of these quote unquote influencers putting this information out here and getting these young people confused and people in general confused, thinking that I ain't that bad. I I'm still hood rat, but I can still be a queen. But then you wonder why your life is stagnant. You wonder why things don't move, and you're like, I can't believe I do this, but you can't dabble.
Absolutely,
you're either in or you're out. So you
Absolutely.
can't be either or.
Absolutely.
So it's just crazy and it's unfortunate.
It's even the way that message in that video was delivered. Like, to look down upon.
Yes. I can't believe you eating all that. Like, that's like, look at all that stuff all piled up all together. Like she did it. Like
and
again.
I'm just like, but even if she did do that.
Why
even if
her
my
plate?
Girl did do like make her plate like that at an event, okay, maybe that's how she came up. Maybe that's what she used to. Do I have to talk to her like that to try to get her to elevate herself?
Or to make you feel better.
Because that's the only thing that was happening. You making yourself feel better. I'm not going to knock down my girl in an effort to pull her up. That doesn't make sense.
But you just said something that happens all the time. That was just a microcosm of what happens in general. Because a lot of people want to break you down and feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
Which tells you how fucked up they are internally. Because if I have to break you down and feel good about myself, I must be a piece of shit. Yeah,
generally your friends can't break you down to build you back up, right?
Nope.
That's not their purpose in your life. Their purpose is, they're there to be your friend when you're being broken down by life. When it's time for life to build you back up into something better and greater.
Exactly.
They're not supposed to be the ones who are tearing you down or breaking you down. That's a crazy concept.
But it's happening. It happens all the time. And then people want to, well, she my friend. Well, really, darling, she's not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
She just hanging you, keep me around to make herself feel better.
Yeah, because I'm doing better than.
I'm doing better than. Because those same women, it's amazing. I'm going to say this about women. When they ain't got no man, ain't got nobody, they're like grapes. They all hang together and girl, we supporting each other. We're going to have a book club. We're going to do all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. We love each other and we're going to support each other because we're girls and we blah, blah, blah. The moment one of them motherfuckers get a man, the number you have called is disconnected. Don't call me this. I got a man now. Yes. That's for y'all. That's for y'all women. They ain't got shit. For me, I got my boo over here, so I ain't got time for that. That book club shit, that's on y'all.
Yes.
Count me out. I got my man over here.
That's true.
and why is that? It's like we're good at talking. Find somebody.
Yeah, it's like how it's a false way of spending your time. Like I'm just spending my time like this temporarily, which I technically don't want to be spending my time like this. Damn. Which is that's like you can't do that. You can't create a lifestyle that alienates you when you have someone, and then you kind of need to cling to someone when you don't have that person, right?
Yep.
Because you're going to be the flip-flopper there, and then you're going to kind of always be uncomfortable, right? Because the average person can keep a relationship with a significant other and then also, have a relationship with their friends and family, and you still be presented as the same person to them.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But it is that group of people who, they're all the way in when they all the way not involved with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soon as you get bunned up, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That's all.
Yeah, I mean, and again, and that's where you gotta kind of be careful who you hanging around, because that, going back to this chick, her quote unquote friends, if there's no way I would think I'm her friend. I would think that it's always an act with her, and I don't even really know if that's really her or an act she's putting on, but it's not a good look. Even if it's,
I would have been called her up out of her name and asked her why was she even talking. If that's a friend, stop talking to me. Cause you need to check yourself. First of all, this is a cookout. You don't like the extra burger upside down on the plate. You got plenty of space on your plate. And that's technically, I would have just took the burger. All this space sitting up on my plate. She had plenty of space.
Yes, she did. She could grab 2 plates.
Yeah.
You said, listen, put the hamburgers on this plate, put the other on this plate, and go.
Yeah,
but then she probably talk about, I can't
plate.
believe you eating all that stuff right there, because as a queen, you ain't supposed to eat all this and blah, 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 blah.
And then we're going to look at her little bendy plate. Why? Where's your food at? Who made your plate? Who made her plate?
Good question. Because again, if the people who made your plate made her plate, then you should have the same amount of food on your plate too.
How is that possible?
See, again, that's
you're not coming for me. Yeah. But I would have acted. I would have been like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't. No, please don't. No. Oh, my goodness. I'm so totally, I can't do it. I would have went and got my friends. And been like, girl, I don't like how they doing my plate. I don't like. Everybody else would have accepted it, but they would have went to war for me. Yep. She can't do it. She can't do it, y'all. She can't do it. Stuff touching each other. No. Please don't do it like that.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, you're at someone else's event, and they have someone there to serve you.
Mm-hmm.
The average person's going to walk through the line and they're not going to give any pushback.
No.
They're just going to take what's given, and like she said, either get another plate and take it off, or just eat around what you don't want.
And the other thing, Dan, you said that when you're walking through the line, they don't just say, you know what, you need 3 hamburgers, and give you 3 hamburgers, and you don't need but 1. In fact, you don't need nothing. Here, take this knife and this fork and pretend you got some food and keep walking your ass to the line, because
she was pretending.
Because you know,
pretend a meal.
Yeah, it's like, here you go, because you don't need shit. Here's a salad for you. All you need is a salad. Here's a whole salad. Take that shit and go sit down with that. And don't eat here. You don't need no damn dressing. Here, take some vinegar and put that in there and eat that, and drink plenty of water.
Real quick.
And eat that shit. So we know that people can do that sometimes, but most of the time they give you 1 hamburger.
Yeah.
And you come back.
Yeah.
You come back.
You can come back. Yeah, if you would like to. But that was just, it was embarrassing, not for the friend, but for the person who was actually, speaking like that. Like, what are you talking? If you wanted to do a little video about, proper food etiquette at a cookout or at a barbecue or at a, function or buffet, you could have did a nice little quick blurb on, hey queens, let's level up, check out proper food, servings on today's video. I don't know how you do what you do, but that wasn't it.
Tacky, and what you use, leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand what that means. You hear it all the time. What do you mean, level up, but they don't really understand what that means. And leveling up to me means everybody starts off at some level.
Mm-hmm. And
you shouldn't be happy there, because that's kind of like where life puts you.
Yes.
And then you say, you know what, I want to do better. So now you have to put the work in, do better. It just don't happen overnight. You can't wish upon a star. You can't be envious and jealous of, I can't believe they're doing this and this. You can do it too. You just have to put the work in to level up.
Mm-hmm.
And people think it's just a comment or looking the part. No, it's a mind change. It's a mindset change.
Yeah, it's the things that you've done, that you've challenged yourself, that you've made yourself uncomfortable compared to the next person that they weren't willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're no longer the same. Now, if we are the same, that means you two leveled up. That means that when I speak to you, you understand exactly what I'm speaking of. You've made some of the sacrifices that I've made.
Sacrifices, yes.
You know, you were
Yes.
put in some of those uncomfortable places too.
Yes.
Because now we comfortable. So I know you had to get uncomfortable to get here. In a place of comfort, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure
Most
did.
people, like you said, you just want to talk about the leveling up. It's not a talk, it's a do.
It's a do.
And then you do leave the poor habits, ways behind.
Exactly.
You can't take them with you. You're still on that same level.
There you go.
You're
That's the
still on the same level, yeah.
And that's what a lot, so to hear her jump back and forth, you don't jump back and forth between levels.
Mm-hmm.
When you level up, that
Mm-hmm.
means you go from 1 to 2. You don't
Yep.
say, well, you know what? 2 is okay, but let me jump back to 1. No,
Mhm.
no. You passed 1. You're now in 2.
Yep.
You're trying to level up to 3.
If you're on level 2 and you playing around on level 2 and you say, oh, I need to go back to 1, and you have access to go back to level 1,
Mm-hmm.
that means you left something on level 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's stopping you on level 2, and your
Wow.
ass can't get to level 3.
Oh.
So you're going back to
Ooh.
be a hood rat. What level are you really on? Because you're really probably trying to be a queen, right?
Yes.
You can't quite unlock that level because you keep going back to level 1.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? And what's missing? Because what is missing for you to be at that level and then say, oh, I missed something at that level?
Mm-hmm. But you don't think you missed nothing because you got the skinny girl plate. Bitch, eat.
No, you start.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't like my food on my plate looking crazy like the next person. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it was a cookout.
A cookout.
1 burger and 1 hot dog and a chicken on the plate, that fills up the whole plate. How was her plate like half a plate full?
Yeah.
That's not eating. What are you
No.
doing? No, we're black. We're going to eat our food. Stop playing with me.
We're going to get
No.
our food. And
Mhm.
again, Queen, if you want to carry yourself that way, I wouldn't have had that type of food.
It was a cookout. I'm not.
If I am a queen or a king, there's certain ways I want to be able to eat, which means if I'm a king, I'm not having hog maws and pig feet and chitlins and none of that. No, I ain't having that there. You can eat at your house. I ain't eating that shit. Gonna put me in an early grade with heart issues. So no, we're gonna eat salads. We're gonna have some gluten-free this. Why? Because I, as a king, have done the research to say that people around me, this is how I eat. This is how I expect everyone else to eat.
So let me level everybody up.
I'm leveling everybody up. And you may look at me and say, like, oh my God, I never had this before. Okay, you're gonna have it today.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I can say that you're not gonna get leveled up on is alcohol. Because if your broke ass is used to drinking,
broke ass liquor,
drinking goddamn Mad Dog 2020 and that bullshit and all that other shit,
leaving them right there.
Don't come to my house and think you're gonna drink the Jackie Walker, Johnny Walker Red and Black, or the Glenn Levitt. No, that's to look, not to taste. Because at your house, all I see is this. I got that for you.
Yeah.
So you can level with the food, but with my drinks, no.
Okay. That's funny. I think maybe she missed that lesson then, because she said this is a regular old backyard barbecue and I'm a queen and I'm going to have it.
But then you want to use that moment to chastise your friends?
Yeah.
Use your friends as a learning, teachable
she
moment?
She got to go back to queen training. I don't even know if she had it. I don't know.
No, based on what I saw, no.
Yeah.
She don't. And again, a lot of them don't understand what that training entails. Because think about how many queens really teach other queens. Real queens. Not fake queens, not bougie queens, not that shit because it makes you feel good. What work did you go through to get you to become a queen? And again, queens are scarred up because you didn't just
show up there.
No, because you took ass whippings mentally. You took a lot of heartache, a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. You had to learn from and adjust to and learn to control your feelings and control your emotions, which a lot of people can't do. It's controlling their emotions, controlling their feelings, and stop making people. If someone pisses you off, that means it can control your feelings. And if it can control your feelings, that means it can control any part of you at any time, any moment they want to. As a queen, you will understand that no one can tell you what you think or how you should think, because as a queen, you know how you should think, because you're empathetic enough to understand. I'm not gonna say any crazy shit to my friend, who's really my friend, unless it's there to help her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put her on film to give her a teachable moment to make me look good.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Teachable moment was on her too. That was the weird part. Friend just sitting there being just as humble as she want to be. Like, oh yeah, girl, that's how you do it. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you.
She did. She was humble.
I said,
and
she did better than I would have done.
I know you would.
Mm-hmm.
I know you would.
Politely.
It would have went totally different.
Yeah, but I still would have been polite about it. But yeah, have several seats. Not with me.
And it's almost always like, that when it comes to that whole queen, is also how you dress. See, queen is not how you eat. It's how you dress, how you act, how you carry yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you do that, you would never have to tell anybody, I'm a queen because I dress this way, or I'm a queen because I eat this kind of food. I'm a queen. You carry yourself in such a way that you gain that respect.
Absolutely.
Not just, you should respect me because, no.
Absolutely.
Respect is earned.
Just based off that outward appearance, it kind of commands the respect. Like, nah, you arrive and show up a little bit different than the rest of the bunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And somehow they all miss that boat. Like, they just want to keep flip-flopping. Like we said earlier, you can't flip-flop between levels. Mm-hmm. You don't say, I want to drive the Mercedes today. But then, you know what? I'm going to get that little Hyundai that I had back in the 80s and drive that.
Yeah, you can't even get comfortable in that. You'd be like, what? Why would I go back to this level? But because you don't see it like that.
You don't see it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you just accept it. And, you just, again, you want to make other people look bad or make you feel good. And that's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you're around people like that, and I think a lot of people don't realize it, you're around people like that if you listen to them, they're always trying to downgrade you and then to build you back up. Like somehow you tell them about yourself and then here's how you should be better.
Yeah, but like, no, that's not how you do it.
Yes.
This is a horrible cost.
And people do it all the time. And what they say is, I'm helping you. Mm-hmm. You ain't there yet.
Yeah, just like that, nose all screwed out. Like,
I'm trying to help
looking down on you like, wow, you helping me while looking down on me. Ain't that something?
And then you wonder, if you think about it, they always bring you around whenever it's a good moment for them. Mm-hmm. Never for you. Mm-hmm. It was always at their time, at their
glory moment, right? Yeah.
Always. And you just got to get rid of them because, again, they're going to hinder you. They're not going to help you grow. And at that point, you need to say, I need to hang around people that's going to help me grow. Mm-hmm. And people like that don't mind giving you the information to grow. And they don't tell you in a chastising way or in a, you should know way. It's like you talk to them. Yeah. You say, hey, and if you talk to someone, people will listen to you rather than you saying, any old crazy shit to them.
Right.
I'm going to tune that shit out.
And I'm going to treat you a certain type of way as I move forward. See, I might not cut you all the way off, but baby, I'm going to move different around you now.
You have to.
Because I must.
You really have to.
You just must, because you're not going to catch me doing the same thing twice with you. Like, I don't know if we're going to have to talk on the backside of things and have a discussion about how you call yourself addressing me at your little quote-unquote event where you technically should be addressing your catering company.
Yes.
Who don't know how to serve royalty.
Oh.
Because that ultimately ended up being the problem.
Yeah, maybe.
If you had hired someone to cater an event of folks that are not quote unquote commoners, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you invited me here.
Thank you.
And then you told me how this situation would go. And I followed the rules. I walked through, got my little plate, came down, had a sat down. And then you try to come for me. You're out of order. You're supposed to come for the people who you hired.
Thank you. That's if you knew how really being a queen was. Mm-hmm. That's a conversation you would never even had in the first place.
Looked at your girl plate like, that's what they served you.
Yes.
Girl, hold on. Let me go, because I know they ain't serving my guests like that. Let me go on over here and holler at the person in charge of this contract that I know I just finished paying on.
Hello? Paid on. Well, then again, you can't have Queen Taste and HoodRat money.
Because that looks like it was the case.
Yes.
And it looked like you done burned
Yes.
too many dang on bridges along your way. Because again, your auntie and your uncle would have fixed all of that.
Exactly. You wouldn't even have that issue.
No, you would not have.
But no,
But again, you either didn't have the money or you didn't have the resources. But either way, it was your problem to claim.
And can people stop perpetrating? Can we just stop perpetrating that shit? Stop trying to be who you're not. We're all striving to be the best version of ourselves we can be.
Mm-hmm.
I should not have to try to make you feel a certain way, as I said before, to make myself feel good. I want to hang around people who I'm going to help make better, and they're going to make me better.
Right.
I want everybody to level up.
Right.
I want everybody to get to the next level. Like I always say, I know a whole lot of stuff. I have no problem teaching or training someone what I know. I know in today's world, you got to keep that knowledge to yourself because that's how it keeps you on top of the game. I ain't scared about that. Yeah. Because again, I know my knowledge is going to always keep me at the top of the game because I'm always learning and always trying to strive to be better. But I also want to make sure that I help the younger generation to learn this knowledge. It's not about, well, you don't need to know. You need to go through the hard work and what I went through. No, that's stupid.
Yeah, because if you're not willing to reach out to the younger generations to teach them, how will they approach you to teach you anything?
Exactly.
We don't need to know nothing from them. Yes. Just nothing along the way.
Let me tell you, your best friends are them young. The young.
I mean, they keep you all the way grounded and looped into what's happening currently.
Yes.
And no, we're not trying to be best friends. But listen.
There you go.
They got something to say and it's teachable, right?
Yes.
They have something to teach too.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I think right now, people get to a certain age and you see it. They get over over 50 and all of a sudden you can't learn shit. You don't want anybody to tell you shit. And I know everything. But you don't.
You don't.
You're just stuck in your ways. As I say, I can't deal with old people because they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day? Man, I don't hear that bullshit. I remember back in the day we used to have cassette players too. But do any of us use a cassette player anymore?
Yeah, somebody with a fresh set of eyes came on with a fresh idea. And, we ran something different and we got something great from it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
but
wrong.
If me being stuck in my ways, because age has aged me and I know what I know and I only kind of know what I know. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten great at what I know. But my son comes to me and he's like, Mom, don't nobody want that no more. Make me realize that what I'm doing is kind of phasing out. Who going to help me level up now?
Exactly.
It's going to be the youth.
It got to be. And that's the other thing about leveling up. It's not just a matter of your skill sets and what you do and how you become who you're supposed to be. It's also listening to other people and being open-minded enough to listen to new ideas and incorporate it into your world of leveling up. Because leveling up is not just one thing. It's a multitude of things. It's a synergy of different things that helps you level up, which means you have to be open-minded. Yeah. You have to be able to listen to the young. You can't always look at them and, oh, they don't know nothing. They ain't never been where we need to be. Here's the thing. We all was their age at one point. We had to learn from someone. Mm-hmm. Someone had to teach us. And again, some people say, hey, the ones you learn from sometimes, maybe the ones that never taught you just look at their actions. Oh, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that.
Right.
And you got the ones that would talk to you and say, listen, and in their way of saying, do this, do that, or I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. In your head, you're like, I remember that. I'm going to keep that knowledge. In fact, I'm going to keep both knowledge. Keep the one I saw. Don't do that. Back of my head. Mm-hmm. This one, do that on my head. So as I get older and evolve, that when I get to this point where they are, I can pass that knowledge down to the young. Because there's nothing worse than to see an older person who got so disconnected from everybody that they're just sitting around just existing. Barely existing.
Forget to take in your knowledge from a collective of sources, so to speak, right?
Exactly.
Like you got to be your best source. And then your only source. Get your old ass body. Don't nobody got time for that.
No! Yeah. I got time for that bullshit. Mm-mm. And then the kids don't want to talk to you. Kids are like, oh.
No, because you don't receive anything they say. And we think it's okay to disrespect children. They feel it.
They
Children
do.
feel disrespected, and they are disrespected in a lot of situations, and they go right away. Like, no, I don't want to talk to them people. No. And what they really want to say is, I don't want to talk to such and such because he's disrespectful. I don't want to talk to such and such because she's disrespectful. I feel disrespected when I'm engaging with those people.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and nobody wants to feel that. And literally that's how we grow and stay kings and queens.
Right.
We don't stay king. Somebody thinks that, I think people think is once you're a king, you're a king. No, you still have to keep learning. You have to still keep growing. You're still changing. You're still evolving because, again, you're getting older.
Yes.
And you have to grab from other sources. And then the other thing is, as kings and queens, we have to say that's fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a point when you say, you know what, that's somebody talking shit, just talk shit. Okay. I'm letting them do what they do. But if you're in my circle, and I know you're talking shit, I have an obligation to tell you that's bullshit. And tell you why it's bullshit.
Yes.
No disrespect, but to tell you why I think it's bullshit.
And that's called keeping it real.
Exactly. You have to.
The reality of it is that most of us claim we keeping it real. It's not any version of it, right?
Nope.
Now I'll be able to look at your friends in their face and say, bruh, no, you know that's not it. You know that's not it.
That honesty helps you get to the next level. Mm-hmm. I do not want yes people around me.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody every time I say, yeah, what you think of? Yep. Yeah, what you think? Yep, that's good. That's good. That's good. I don't want that.
Nothing to challenge you and make you do nothing greater.
No, because now you say, now you just kind of kiss my ass for a reason. Mm-hmm. And if I can't have ass kisses. So I got to be someone who's going to challenge me and going to challenge them. So we all get there and be able to pass that knowledge down. And I think what's happening now, like we're giving people knowledge, but there's people who are out there who's just basically trying to pass an agenda on the people. Like, this is my what I think you should be to be a queen or be a king or be this and that. But if you really look behind it, you just it's all smoke and mirrors to me. Because you take a fan and blow it, there's nothing there, just smoke and mirrors. But they don't want to tell you that the real work it takes, that you have to be hard on yourself sometimes.
Yep.
You got to be hard on people around you for love, not to beat them down just to beat them down. But if you see them doing some fuck shit, you're doing fuck shit.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm going to warn you, but if you keep doing that shit, I can't hang around you.
The disassociation with people who you want to hang out with for whatever reason, who serve you no purpose, that's part of the evolution. I think one thing that, like, we as a people kind of don't want to get away with is like how we're glorifying the quote unquote hood rat or that other side of life still, right?
Yes.
It's still that bit of glory with it. And we can't be where we were at and go to where we're trying to get to and still be the same person.
No.
Right?
No.
You can't say, no. I started off in the hood, but I'm trying to get me a, into $1 million home and such and such. You're not in the same place. No, you're not in the same place.
At all.
You can't have made $28,000 20 years ago and be making $160,000 today and think you're in the same place.
Oh,
you're not in the same place.
You're not.
You have to evolve.
But a lot of people fear that leveling up, because if you're all on the same level, you all live a certain way, think a certain way, you have camaraderie there because you all think alike. But people also understand if you do level up, you're going to lose most of those people, probably 90% of them, because unless they have your mindset, and if they got your mindset or not. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are cool to hang out with, party with, go out with, all that. But we talk about business, we talk about trying to level up and do other things. They ain't ready for it. They probably don't want to do it because to them it's too much work. They don't want to do that. They're happy being here, being in that world that they can control and they know about. Because to get in another world, oh God, I don't want to do that. So then you may have to say, okay, I'm gonna leave you here. We're still cool, but I'm gonna leave you there because I can't be down here with you.
The thing about leaving people behind is that they're going to be left behind eventually.
Yes.
ultimately, there's not going to be very many people around you who you started off with, period. Life going to take you in so many directions, whether it be your job, the man you had today ain't the man you had tomorrow. Your kid going to school here, now they trying to go to school there. Your mother is sick, but she live over there. So now, like, listen, people who ain't got nothing to do with my immediate family, by the time you get to a certain age and got a full-time job and got a kid or two or a real responsibility or two, like a mortgage or a dependent parent, dependent child,
or your business,
a business, everybody get cut out. You can't choose not to cut people out based off of them. You don't even have to make the choice. You just got to do what you do. And once it starts, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yes.
Your homegirl can't be with you at your business meetings.
No.
You going to start seeing I'll see my folk when they come get their hair done. I might see my mama every 2 weeks because she get her hair done, as opposed to, because we just go see her type of thing.
Yes.
It'll get like that in life.
Yes, it will.
To where you're only seeing even the closest people.
That is so true.
Once a month.
Yes.
Only at Thanksgiving. And so you think the people that you came up with along the way, you're supposed to care whether or not they're still able to do the things that you're doing or leveling up at the same time that you leveling up. Everybody's journey not the same journey.
No,
they ain't doing this all at the same time.
And nobody can put a guilt trip on you, man. I haven't seen you a long time. Yeah, I work. I got shit going on. And if you're still in the same goddamn spot we were 20 years ago talking the same shit, then no.
The crazier thing about leaving people behind, people know that they've been left behind. They choose to stay there.
Yes.
And when they choose to level up and get to where you at, they respect you. They respect you because they get it now. They get why you had to leave them behind. And they're okay with it.
Yes.
Because, again, they kind of chose to stay because they knew that they were really trying to do in life at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were okay with it. Yeah.
But damn, at some point, at what point do you say, I need to level up? I would think,
the point everything ain't going right.
And you know what? That's pretty goddamn bad that you got to wait for everything to fall apart or go nowhere to say, oh, you know what? I need to do something different. God damn. What are you talking about?
But if at any point stuff is not going in your direction,
but
level up, sir. Level up.
and at least ask a question. If you're trying to level up, at least ask. I would expect you to ask the question. You may say, you know what? I may not have the drive to be where you are, but what did it take for you to do what you need to do? I'll have that conversation all day long.
Some people don't even have that conversation.
Oh,
it's a little embarrassing sometimes to say you got what I don't got or what I want. Like, but why? How?
Why?
There's no room to be young anymore. But they say 20-year-olds want with they say with the 30-year-olds had the 20-year-olds want what the 60-year-olds got in real life. They want the house with the fancy car, with the garage to park the car in.
There you go.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get to places that we not necessarily work to, and it's becoming hard to have these conversations.
Exactly.
No, let's start reaching back out to our young people. Let's level up together. Let's have these conversations properly, so your proper order too.
Yes, because again, no one told us growing up that hey, if you do this, this, and this, things work out for you. And by the age 40, blah blah. Retiring young never came up in a discussion. What they always say is get a good government job, work 30-some years, retire, get a good watch and a good pension. But what they also didn't tell you was by the time you turn 65, your damn health is probably so goddamn messed up that you probably got about maybe a good 5 to 10 years left, maybe, if you didn't break your body down so much, to enjoy those 40 years, 50 years that you worked to enjoy, to kind of condense it into 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You might want to do that shit. You want to, if they say, listen, get a skill, go for that money, do what you need to do, we would have been probably had more money younger than if we didn't listen to that mindset, which was prevalent back then.
Mhm.
Because everybody get a good government job. I ain't never want to work for the goddamn government. Them lazy asses. All they did was get up, stay by the goddamn coffee machine all day long, look around, say, anybody here yet? All right, boss here. And then he stayed there for 20 goddamn years, retired, and got no skill set.
Mm-hmm.
None. I know people that left the government, they still using old shit like Windows 98. They're still using old shit because the government ain't about progression. It's just about stability.
Okay.
And now, you're stable. You got your little check. You get a little blah, blah, blah. I don't want that shit.
But you all done now.
You're done.
All run down now.
Yeah, I broke up. I got all kinds of ailments. I got all kinds of pills and shit. But, I got that retirement, which may go to use to pay for my medical bills and all the other shit I got to do. And
because now you're old. And
now I'm old.
It costs more to live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, no, it's like, tell these young people, use your skills and use them whatever skill you have. And everyone has some skills.
Mm-hmm.
But society won't allow them to do it because he wants you to just be that model worker. Just get education, go work for us, we pay you whatever we want to pay you, and do that. But these young kids, like, I ain't trying to do that shit. We saw how it failed you guys. How you spend time working for some place in the end, in 20 years, they can tell you, okay, I can't afford you, can't do this, can't do that. And you're like, I done gave you my best 20 years of my life. Thank you very much. Here's a watch, gotta go by.
Yeah.
So they're like, these young kids like, fuck that. I ain't trying to do that. So what I'm trying to do is school them, use your skills, but I want you to take some of this old school mindset, put it towards your new school vibe, and make that money early. Be able to retire at 40.
Yeah, because ultimately the knowledge is just that. The information is just that. And the more information, the more you can kind of maneuver and figure out exactly what's the best route to go.
Mm-hmm.
If we've tried something over and over again and it's not the best thing to do,
mm-hmm.
then why would we keep doing it? So
Why?
if our parents worked until they were 65 till they retired, and their parents did the same thing and it didn't serve either of them, right? And you don't feel like it's serving you, why would you train up the next generation to sign up for the same exact thing?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
It does not make any sense. And now, when you're able to do that, now you're really a king and a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you took it outside yourself and said, hey, I'm going to pass this knowledge down to the next generation to make sure that they do better than we did.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think a lot of people are missing the point. Everybody want to be on top dog and all that shit. You're on top for a small period of time.
Yeah.
And then at some point, if you fuck people on the way up, that's the other thing people fail to realize. You screw people on your way up that chart, trying to get to number one with a bullet, you're going to come back down. It's just life. At some point, you're going to come down. And based on what you do and how you got up there, those same people that pass on your way down you're going to move their hands.
Yeah.
Because I remember you fucked over me.
Yeah.
I want you to fall. Because now you want to showboat and show everybody I'm this, that, and other thing. But those same people love and thrive off your downfall too. Because, again, it's not about showing people how good I am. If you're not here to really help people to get better, then what the fuck is your purpose?
So a lot of times the problem with helping someone get better is being honest, right, with yourself and knowing that I have the capability of making someone better than I am. And can I sit in that?
There you go.
How does it feel when I've worked super hard? I've done all, quote unquote, everything right. I've passed all the tests. I've started my own business. I've taught my children what they need to know. And then, damn, they knocking out businesses before. Like, God dang, I started mine in my late 30s. They out here starting business at 22 and 24. And, their numbers off the chart. Like,
yes.
Sometimes you got to be okay with sitting in that. And I think a lot of people, see, like, it feel good when I make that scenario and it's my kids, right? Because that's cozy.
Yes.
That's comfortable because you're going to eat off of that.
Yes.
Right? So it feels good when you're going to eat off of something that you can grow into something that's better than you. Yep. But I'll be damned if it's going to feel that same amount of good if you can't eat off of that. You done sold into something that you just got to watch grow and applaud from afar and be grateful that they come by and say, thank you. Just a thanks for what you gave. That's humble.
That's level 3.
Listen, and I know some people on it. They on cloud 9 mentally, they there. But how many people, real love? I'm
many.
just like, wow. That's like, wow, she surpassed you not too long ago. And they like, truth be told, can't none of y'all pass me.
Yep.
Dang. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
dog. So what I'm saying is I don't know that many people understand how to teach and be able to teach and be humble when their teachings show exactly what they're going to do when they start to grow. And all those fruits start coming from that tree. Man, it's plentiful.
Yes.
And your tree, guess what? You might not even been following your own teachings and your tree might dry up while their tree is in a full bloom.
Mm-hmm. And
some people can't handle that.
And that's when you need to do that self-evaluation. That in order to become a queen and a king, all of what you just said has to happen. You have to be humble to understand that your knowledge may not take off for you the way you wanted to. You learned that lesson, but you're so sure and strong within yourself to say, you know what, I want somebody to do this. And you will always know, and that person will always know it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
They may never come back to you again. You may not even see them because they may take off and go somewhere. But you know that I made them. But what I'm not going to do is be out there, well, you know what, I had something to do with such getting to that point. It wasn't for me, she wouldn't have got here.
It's like stay humble.
Stay humble. And knowing that in some sort of way it's going to come back on you. Because my thing is, you would have put it out there like that, but you'll get some blessings other ways.
You will.
You'll
stay
come
blessed.
by and get all kinds of blessings. I always say this. It is funny. I said, damn, we had one child. But damn it, we got a whole bunch of other kids, minions, that follow us. How us? We just trying to work our asses off, take care of our family, take care of each other, make sure that we don't want for anything, and just show people gratitude and, different things. And they gravitate to you now. They look for us as the information people. Like my parents never told me that, you're like my parents. And I'm thinking, how the hell does this happen?
Respect.
And
respect. What's the first thing we said goes with love?
Respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming all those kids feel respect first.
And can come to you and talk to you about any and everything. And you'll be like, damn, they're telling me everything. But see, you know what? They have enough respect and love for you that they feel comfortable coming to you and telling you this. And I have no problem saying, you know what? Based on what you told me, here's what I would do.
Yeah.
If it was me. But again, I don't know what you told me. This is what I would do. And it would take that. So you know what? I took what you said. That helped me tremendously. Blah, blah, blah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And so being a king and a queen, you have to understand that you may not reap the benefits from what you gave someone, but you know that you help someone to avoid a pothole, to avoid, a crash, because
it's like sowing into that community, right? Sowing into that bigger picture.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like you looking out for this one kid eventually down the road, if we could see the whole big picture, he might be looking out for your granddaughter one day type of thing. We don't even know it type of thing.
No,
right?
exactly.
But just by us making sure we're putting out those proper teachings into society.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That we know that we're helping to grow the whole picture and doing what's proper.
There you go. And that's what a lot of people do. They always want something out of it. It's like, if I give you this, I got to give you this. And it has to be tangible.
Yeah.
But you have to understand a lot of things you're going to get is intangibles. You're not going to be able to put a dollar of value to it. You're not going to be able to say, oh, I got this for this. You just have to put it out there like, I'm trying to do the best I can to help as being people that come to me. Because I'll be doing them a disservice if I have information And I just said, well, you'll find it the hard way, or I survived.
Yeah.
And, you'll go through that, which is, to me, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That is a disservice. That is.
And people do it all the time.
Yeah. We don't all have to make the same exact mistake.
No.
Right?
And why would I want you at 18 and 22 and 28 to make the same mistakes that we made?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would I want to do that? Why I want to see you going to hit that truck? Oh, he'll find out.
Yeah, you don't really want to see you make the same dumb choices a generation over, a generation over, and then another generation.
Yes.
Like, no.
No, I don't want to see that. We don't need that. And that's why we got the problems we got right now, because everybody's like, oh, well, ain't my worries. Mm-hmm. It really is your worries. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't do something, then this kid goes out there and finds the dumb information from the dumb people. Mm-hmm. Then
he's pouring that into our society. Then you got the society that we got today, where don't nobody care about nothing.
Don't care about shit. And you say, I wonder what, schools and all this stuff. It falls back on parents. Mm-hmm. Because you, as a parent, are responsible for your kids. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of talking, well, the schools should do this, and the churches should do this, and the government should do that.
And you ain't a part of none of it. You ain't a part of the school. You ain't been a part of the church.
Nothing.
And you certainly ain't advocating on nothing about the government.
No,
so,
nothing.
Yeah.
But then you want to just push it off on someone else, and then all of a sudden you got people that don't have anybody to talk to, and then you start looking at dumbass people like this chick and other people like her, who get this false sense of, oh, all I gotta do is just call myself this. I can still be this. I'll be a hood rat. I can be a queen too at the same time. You can't.
You can't.
And somebody need to tell you, they're mutually exclusive. Mm-hmm. You can't commingle both.
And you shouldn't want to.
You should not want to.
You should not want to. And I hate the fact that he chose to speak on like her fingernails and kind of the way that she was presenting herself, as far as to kind of correct her. As far as her referencing what a queen was versus HoodRat and all that good stuff. But that's the truth of the matter. Is that being a queen or being someone on each level is a total package.
Yes.
So if you a HoodRat, so this is a whole package. You talk a certain way, you look a certain way, you act a certain way. Yes, nails is certain. Keep it real.
Yes.
They are a certain type of way. You level up, go to the next level. Those things will be a little bit different.
Yes.
So if you call yourself a queen, you didn't evolve to that next stage by just mastering 2 or 3 things there, right? It's a complete package. Outward appearance is also one of them. Yes. The way you present yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, the words that you project out of your mouth. Absolutely.
Yes.
Not just about how you fill in a plate that technically somebody apparently made your plate for you. Get that. I would have slapped that chicken wing about. Let's get HoodRat today.
Yeah. Come on now. It's just like.
She had a skinny girl plate. Had a nerdy.
Yeah, and it's like, come on now. Come on. And again, it's a total package. It's not just I pick and choose what this is. If a HoodRat can be a part of your base, that's part of your foundation. That's where you started.
They're not taking that from you. It's on the shelf.
Yes.
It's on the shelf though, because guess what? I leveled up from there.
Yes.
I'm not her no more.
No.
She will always be a part of me.
And I know she's there.
Because that's where I started, and I know she's there, but that's not who I am anymore.
Oh my God. And it's so hard to tell people who think they're queens that fact that you just stated. Because to them, it's almost like you got to go back and forth to level. It's like building a house. Once you put the foundation in the house, you don't go back and dig up the foundation 5 years later. Damn, that foundation still looks the same. No, because the foundation is what it is. So that's everything's going to be based on your foundation.
It's like a Pokemon. Like you evolve, you the next. That's it. You evolve. You don't go back and be the old Pokemon no more. No, not coming to the battle with the old Pikachu. No. So, no.
Yeah,
no, you're not doing that. No.
And that's what I call piss poor learning from so many sources, because she learned this mindset from somewhere.
Well, from where? Because this whole, I'm sorry, today's conversations is going on. Where do we get this from? Because I didn't grow up with the mindset that's being presented today. If you look at the music that women kind of came up on from when I was a kid, whole Mary J. Blige, Escape, SWV, In Vogue.
Yes.
No, but it is not synonymous with the lifestyle of.
No,
Don't
not
know
today.
where this is learned from. Who's teaching this?
And
Who auntie taught them this? None of my aunties taught this behavior.
Hell no.
Ain't no auntie at a cookout I've been to ever said, no, baby girl, your plate don't look like a queen. And that's HoodRat. That's HoodRat, Niecy Poo. Don't do that. No. Who taught you this? Because I don't know anybody in the community who was worth like listening to who would ever speak and teach this.
No. That's the far. What they're gonna talk about way before food. You're gonna talk about your clothes, how you carry yourself. You know, all these things, carrying yourself like a proper lady. You know, making sure you don't dress a certain way,
and you're following someone else's lead.
Yes.
So if I'm at a cookout and I make a plate like the person in front of me made a plate as a child, and so I learned because I'm groomed a certain type of way.
There you go. And we knew growing up that if you got a plate of food, you better eat that shit. Don't go out there and put, well, your cousin right there got 3 hamburgers. I'm going to eat 3 hamburgers too. No damn well you're going to eat one.
Yeah, you can't even eat a whole one. You can eat a half.
Exactly. You'll be putting it on the plate. You go over and sit down. The first thing when y'all come, you better eat that shit.
Yep.
You waste goddamn food.
You ain't wasting all that food.
And you like, no. And then watching you like a hawk. Waiting for you to eat that first half one. You're like, something like, oh, Lord. I think I got bubble guts going on right now. And you're like, oh, but she looking, you better eat that shit.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. It's okay. You learn real quick.
And from that point on, you're not gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. So generally, that's not a conversation piece of as far as grooming and training, because it's handled and so easily, and so it's just done. It's a learned behavior. You're groomed up in it, and either you got it proper or you didn't. Like, what happened?
Oh my God!
But if somebody served me something. No, she didn't have it wrong. You had it wrong. And your correction was incorrect.
And that's why we gotta put stuff out to offset that fuck shit that's out there, because you have a lot of people, a lot of women, young women, kids, look at that and think that she's a queen.
Or what she said was correct. Like, there's some truths to that. You do speak to other people and help to elevate them, right? That is correct. You do not make plates that go high.
No.
That is correct.
Exactly.
However, it wasn't the case. You do not correct people in public settings, and you certainly don't tear them down, even in private. No. You didn't have to mention anything about HoodRat at all about a plate.
A plate of food.
About a plate of food. That doesn't have to mix in.
No.
That's dragging someone down. So yeah, speak and help elevate each other. Yeah. Ladies, let's all jump on the board for that, but let's not speak and elevate each other by bringing each other down.
No, and that seems to be the big thing now, is just to tear each other down to make you feel better and all that other bullshit. I'm thinking, but you're not, like you said, we're not helping anybody. We're not helping young ladies to grow, to become who they're going to be. Because again, queen is not the first step. Queen is the last step.
Queen is the last.
And it takes a lot to work from HoodRat, trailer park, whatever you want to call it, to being queen. Yeah. Because there's a lot to get to that point.
In between.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And enjoy the journy.
Enjoy
that journy of walking into such a space.
I have to send you this poem that I did. And it was about running through your life as a sailboat rather than a speedboat.
Yes.
People want to just get to where they need to get to. So I'm going to get on a speedboat, I'm going to get to the island, and boom, I'm there. But when you get to the island, you're like, oh, this ain't what I thought it was. Well, you sped through everything else just to get there.
Yeah.
And you got there, and it's not what you thought it was.
Yeah. You missed the water and the ocean.
Everything. You missed the entire thing. If you're in a sailboat, you're like, I see that island, but I'm going to enjoy the water.
The sun setting. Yeah.
That's what people fail to realize.
The journey.
So when we get here, when you get to become a queen and a king, you went through the rough waters. You went through the beautiful sun, the beautiful,
and you understand how to enjoy your time there. Because once you get to be the queen or you get to be the king, then you're like, now what? Because you've been speeding through life that you never really figured out what to do in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes.
So now when I board on the ship, what do I do now? No, let me figure out how to get there. No, do something here now and enjoy the now. Yeah.
People want to always feel like they're doing more and better than someone else. That I got there faster, got there quicker. I did what I had to do.
That's society too. Yeah, it's a societal situation.
About I gotta get married by such such. I gotta have kids by such such. I gotta have the house by such such. I gotta have this. But those are all tangibles. They just say I gotta get more mature. I gotta be in touch with my feelings and get in touch with my moral space, my mental space, and just where I'm at. I have to work. All that takes time. All that's work in progress. So by the time I get the things don't make me. The things are just what they are. I don't have to sit back and say, "Oh, I can have a $10 million house." I say, "Come on, bring everybody. Let's go to the house." Sit there. And obviously, you got a pool, infinity pool, and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not impressed by the pool. I'm impressed that I had people I can share with. Like we can sit there,
still have relationships,
still be able to do and enjoy, have the same conversations I had when I only had $20 to my name.
Yep.
I had $200 million to my name, still having the same conversation. Because now, for me, the wealth is to help others. If I bought this house because I want the house, but I'm want to share with everybody. But I'm also going to use my money to help others. And for me, it's always about the kids. It's always about helping the next generation. Because as adults, we make decisions based on whatever decisions we make. But 9 times out of 10, we're fucking with the youth. We're making bad decisions. Because, we make decisions now. Like, oh, we can do this, this, and this. But not thinking 30 years down the road, that's going to
affect that next group of people.
You don't care. Why? Because, hey, I'm here. Yeah. It's about me. I'm here now. I want to make sure I do what I need to do. Here's the thing. We're on this earth for a short period of time. Your footprint should be like walking on sand. So as you walk and the water comes up, it dissipates. You shouldn't have something when you walk, and it shouldn't be hard and shouldn't be permanent. Because you're here temporary. We're all here temporarily. We're all
temporary, yeah.
So let's just make sure that people that we're here and we're seeing, that they're learning a lesson that we learned. But I want you to live a little easier than me.
Yeah, a little better than I did.
I want
walk
you to
a different step, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, like I can understand that.
And that, if you keep that in your mind, it keeps you humble.
But to me, I also believe that sometimes it's based off of how you were treated as a child.
Very true.
People valued you as a child and wanted to build you nice things and, gave you great stuff and things for you to aspire to and wanted to do great things with you and really poured into you and made you understand the value of you as a child, then you really feel that and you kind of want to continue that and pour that into that next generation. But then you come across those who didn't experience that. Or they're like, man, I ain't doing all that for them kids. The ice cream truck come around, you're going to pull out a $50 bill, buy ice cream for all the kids. The next person like, I'm not doing that for all these kids. Yeah, nobody probably did that for you when you was a kid. But how does it feel when 4 kids on the block got ice cream and the other 10 don't?
Hello?
Because you used to probably be part of the other 10 who didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was probably the one with the ice cream.
Exactly. But that goes back to what we said probably a few episodes ago about unfucking your mind. We are all brought up a certain way. That doesn't dictate that that's how you're going to end your life. That's how you were brought here based on your parents, based on situations, experiences. At that point, you say, okay, I didn't like how I was brought up. Whatever the situation was, I didn't like that feeling. So I'll make sure that no one else, you have to be humble enough and be aware enough to say, I don't want nobody to go through what I went through.
I think ultimately that's you letting it go.
Letting it go.
Let it go.
Yes.
Accept that happened to you or mishappened you or mistreated you, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You didn't like it for you. It's not going to feel good for the next person. Nobody has to experience misery.
No.
Or, mistreatment or feeling left out. You don't have to keep that feeling going in the next generation, whether it be your kid or just a neighbor's kid. Some people feel like that's not my kid.
Yes.
Does it matter? Because I'm quite sure you could afford it either way.
Exactly.
So you just do it because kids don't know.
Kids don't know.
They don't comprehend that.
No. All they know is like, hey, thank you, Mr. Such. And you don't know how that influenced that kid. You don't know what actions that you've done down the road could have a repercussion that would come back in another way to you. So, again, people need to understand this walk towards king and queenship. It's a long walk. It takes time. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen overnight. Mm-hmm. But you have to understand, look at where you are and be honest where you are. And if you have to feel like you have to downgrade someone to make yourself feel like a queen, you're no fucking queen.
Yeah.
If you have to do that as a guy, to talk down to a guy, to make yourself a king, you're no fucking king.
Yeah.
You're just, again, on that road.
I think we can agree to that.
Yes. And that is, we're going to leave it at that today because, again, we can't get any deeper. It's just a fact. If you got to downgrade someone, you're not that person.
You're not where you thought you was at. Go back to the last level. Mm-hmm. Get that key you left there so you can unlock your next level to level up to where you thought you was at.
Oh, damn.
Male and female.
That is very true.
Yeah, not so specific to this one person who we were speaking on in the video.
No, this is everybody.
Everybody across the board. Where you think you might be at.
Mm-hmm.
If you have behavior like that to where you feel like you got to downgrade somebody, nah, you're not there. Level back. Get what you thought you had so you can now level up because you're not there.
There you go. Girl, with that, T, I'm going to end this conversation today. Another beautiful one.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it.
Oh, my God. So, guys, if you like this episode, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you can follow the M at Overcome to Become on IG. And T, tell them where they can find you at.
At Trust_City on Instagram.
Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back again soon. Peace and love to you. Talk to you soon.
Have a good one.